Well,
Yeah, chef's away, mice will play, right?
yeah. Mom and dad are away. The kids have the run of the house.
Fucking right. We decided to fuck this pig on our own once, and we're gonna see how much of a shit show it turns out to be.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely we're gonna need feedback in the comments. So
so welcome to the Warfighter Podcast. I'm Dave. That's Justin. Justin normally hides behind the computer. I normally am not here.
Yeah, this is very new. So Jon and Scott are out. Scott's taking care of business, and Jon about 3 minutes ago left for the annual youth hunt that is put on at the Womack Ranch down in McFadden, Texas. So we as we said previously, we're trying to get back in the swing of things for the Warfighter podcast. So me and Dave sat down. We've got a few topics to hit.
A few sticks to smoke.
Yep, which we will get to. I'm excited to talk about that here in a little bit. But to kick it off, I want to do some house cleaning. We talked about it on the last episode. We do have a new Warfighter podcast YouTube channel that is dedicated just to this, the Warfighter podcast. If you're seeing this, it is still, we're going to do a couple more still on the main Warfighter YouTube channel. After that, it's probably going to be this one and the next one. After that, it's only going to be on the Warfighter Tobacco. God damn it, I always fuck this up. It's only going to be on the Warfighter Tobacco podcast YouTube channel, which will be linked down below wherever you're listening, whether that's on YouTube. It'll be a collaborator page, so you should be able to find that easy. So go subscribe there. And if you're not subscribed to the Warfighter main YouTube channel, subscribe there as well. We've got some fun stuff coming up with that. Also, we spun up a Warfighter podcast Instagram, so that one also very easy to find. Go follow us there. That's where I'm going to try to get as many clips as possible put out there, which will be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, also more house cleaning. The California cutoff date, do the UTL list. As we've talked about, we are no longer going to be sending cigars to California. They kind of ruined it for everybody that lives there. So
yeah, they did.
We're not paying the bribe, but you have until December 15th to order your Warfighter Tobacco sticks. After that, we apologize. It sucks. It's not our call, but it's do stay with the squeeze. So get your orders in quick. And then also our Christmas sale is going on December 12th to the 16th. Everything's 15% off. If you order by the end of the sale, odds are you're going to get it. The downside is we can guarantee that we will get fulfillment done.
I'm going to guarantee that any order before 1 o'clock Central Standard Time on the 16th will be packed and hopefully shipped on the 16th.
Yes.
Whether or not the post office gets it to you in time.
Yes.
You cannot bust my balls for that.
We can guarantee fulfillment.
When it leaves this facility, it is no longer my responsibility.
Yes.
Like, I love you guys. I appreciate what you do. You keep us all with roofs over our head and food in our stomachs. But if the post office loses your shit, don't yell at me. Seriously. Yeah.
Yeah, we can guarantee fulfillment. As far as delivery, unfortunately, that is a whole nother entity. We try to track it and assist however we can, but
yeah, like I will bend over backwards to work with the post office and try and figure out where and why and what is going on. Like I'm dealing with one right now. Dude had a $300 order, and it's just the post office says it was delivered to a parcel locker.
Yeah.
You and I went down this road last week with one of my packages.
Yep.
And it is not in a parcel locker, or he does not have a key for said parcel locker.
Yeah.
So I'm dealing with that right now with the post office. But like when it leaves this building, that's the extent of what I can do.
Yep.
Like I don't work for the post office, man.
Yeah.
And if I did, I'd probably 22 myself.
Now to caveat that, 95, 97% of the time, packages get delivered without a hassle. It's unfortunately when it goes wrong, then it becomes a hassle. But I mean, odds are everything should go swimmingly.
It's 3 to 5 business days for ground advantage.
Yes.
Anywhere in the continental United States.
Yes. Yes.
I still don't smell toast. I have a stroke.
But yeah, so that's all the house cleaning. Subscribe to the new podcast pages, YouTube and Instagram. California, get your orders in quick, which now you're going to get them for a discount. So take that with what you will, stock up. And then, even if you're not in California, go save 15% with code SMOKEMOOS25. That'll be on the website also. So check the banner. Yeah. Now, with all the house cleaning done, Dave, what are we smoking? We got something special.
Yeah, we're smoking special sticks.
Yes.
So back in February of this year, the three of us, yourself, myself, and Jon, went to our factory in Nicaragua. Mm-hmm. And while we were there, we had the opportunity to blend some cigars.
Yes. And by we, he means like quite literally, Dave got to blend a cigar.
Yes.
And I got to blend a whole different cigar, which was fucking so cool.
And then we had a guest with us, and he got to blend a cigar as well.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was very interesting. If you're in the industry, or even if you're not in the actual industry, blending a cigar is very challenging.
Yes. It's a lot of for us. I felt like it was a lot of like it was essentially guesswork, where it's like I know I like that and I like that. Hopefully, it goes well together. And you just
and to an extent, that's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
The great thing about it is we had a wealth of knowledge to draw on down there with our master blender.
Yes.
This man has forgotten more about tobacco than I will ever have the opportunity to learn.
100%.
And he has absolutely no qualms whatsoever about if you hand him a blend, he'll just tell you, no, won't work.
Yep. Yeah, he is straight to the point. He does not mess around.
Yeah.
He'll let you kind of get there though. He'll let you pick two, and then he'll be like, you don't want to do that. And you're like, oh, yeah, good looking out. But no, it was super cool. The whole process was cool to see like all the different blend or the different regions and everything laid out on a table, and you just kind of get to pick some.
And that's one thing that I think Joe Customer doesn't get the opportunity to understand.
Yes.
Is there was quite literally 75 different blends of tobaccos.
Yes.
All in bags with labels on them, laid out on the table, and we just picked.
Yep.
I went into it knowing that I had a particular blend in mind that I really wanted because I like those tobaccos. Mm-hmm. And it, I'm rapidly running out of what I brought home. I might have to stop smoking those all.
Mm-hmm. But got a partial amount.
Yeah.
But that was really cool. And ironically, Dave is actually smoking one of the cigars that I blended. Mm-hmm. I'm smoking one of the cigars that Dave blended. So this is my first time actually smoking one of Dave's cigars. Not because of Dave's fault. He gave me this cigar
like 6 months.
6 months ago, and I was just like, I think he gave it to me, and I was like, I need to get pictures or something. I'm gonna put it in the humidor, and then I just fucking squirreled.
Well, I think it's sat on your desk for a week.
Yeah. Well, I've talked about it a little bit on the show because we've had people comment. They're like, hey, why does Justin's never smoking? And other than this episode, I'm over in the corner. I'm changing camera angles, looking at stuff the whole night. So my hands are constantly busy.
Absolutely.
So it is damn near impossible for me to smoke a cigar because it's either going out or I'm ashing on a keyboard or something's going around.
Or ashing on my phone.
One of the two, yep. And so this is kind of the perfect scenario for me to sit down and like talk through it, actually enjoy the flavor notes and everything.
Well, and that's why I was talking to you about it this morning when we were getting ready to put this together. I was like, this would be a pristine opportunity for the both of us to sit down and smoke the cigars that the other one is blended.
Absolutely.
So,
which I am thoroughly enjoying this right now.
Yeah.
It is delicious.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I might be a little biased because it is a cigar that I blended.
Yeah.
But it's very mild, very smooth.
100%.
Tiny little bit of pepper hanging out.
Yeah.
But
it's very much along the lines of something that like I would, if I was going into a shop and was just like, I personally like something on the more mild, maybe medium, depending on how many I've had in the day or what time of the day and everything like that. But I definitely like a little bit of spice just to kind of remind me like, yep, smoking something. Like I like that. Yeah. So this is 100% right up my alley.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a little concerned when I first lit this guy, primarily because I remember what's in it.
Yes.
And the flavors did not jive on that first light. And I was like, boy.
that
I got through that first half inch after that first light. And honestly, I think it might've just been a harsh light, honestly.
Yeah.
Cause I used a torch, and honestly, if you're smoking a cigar for the very first time, probably ought to use a soft flame for the light, just so you get the full experience of the cigar itself. But it's such a force of habit for me that I was already committed, and I'm just like, yeah, fuck it.
I feel like we're very much at the stage of like, I will sacrifice a little bit of the like perfect way to do it for a little bit of convenience. Like,
absolutely.
The fact that I can light this in all of about 10 seconds is very convenient. But yeah, we will not be going into the details of what is in these, because that is some top secret information, not redacted information, because me and Dave know that, but redacted stuff. Me and Dave, that's when the boys say redacted, they mean fucking redacted. Yeah,
you guys actually think like that Justin and I know this stuff, and when we tell you that there's 3 people in the world that know what that blend is. There are 3 people in the world that know what that blend is, and 2 of them are diagnosed with TBIs. They may not remember either.
Yeah. So really, like one person knows it.
Yeah.
Safer that way.
And it's not. We're not fucking around. Like there are only 3 people that know that fucking blend.
Yep.
So,
but we are thoroughly enjoying them. Yeah. So this is kind of a cool, like takes me back to that trip in Nicaragua, which was sitting in the hammocks and
fucking right,
doing just like Jon and Scott talk about, is going up and what is the little,
I don't remember the name of
they've got a name for it. It's essentially like a little overlook, and they've got hammocks up there.
It's an open air balcony with I think 5 hammocks hanging up and a few lawn chairs.
Yes.
It's a great place to grab a little siesta, to sit and really focus on the cigar that you're smoking.
But this is one of those times where it's like time traveling me a little bit. Yeah. Like I can remember sitting up there and being like, oh, this is cool. Like I blended this cigar and
like,
watched
it's nuts to think about the fact that was 10 months ago.
It does not feel that long.
No,
it does not feel.
No, it literally feels like it was yesterday.
Yes.
That
is the trip to Nicaragua was one of the coolest little like perks of the job. Like that was such a cool experience, not only on the cigar side, but just like seeing a totally different part of the world and how they operate. Like we are like here at Warfighter, we use shit like fucking, like we're using all the electronics to assist and AI and all that stuff. And they are just like, fuck, this shit works. So we fucking run with it. And it's like, fuck, respect. Like absolutely respect it.
They still, like, they have computers.
Yep.
And 95% of the time they are still handwriting invoices before 100%. It gets handed off to somebody else.
Yep. They still have like they have like paper on clipboard checklists of everything. Like it's fucking cool. I'm hoping we get to go back again, because I found myself, and I'll probably be guilty of it the second time too, but there were so many times where me as the media guy, I'm supposed to point my camera at things and hit record. And there were so many times where I would get distracted and be like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be recording it. But
but that's also the beauty of it though.
Yeah.
Like I think round 2, it'll alter a little bit, because you're going to go into it. Remember being like, oh, I remember I wanted to get pictures of that and I didn't. And I wanted to get pictures of this and 100%. I wanted to get video of that. Yeah. And then you're going to be more focused on that and less focused on and just enjoying what you're doing there.
Yeah.
Like I was scrolling through to show somebody something the other day, and I saw the pictures of Caleb in front of at the drying barn. Yeah. I was like, I remember that.
Yep. Yep. It was really cool getting to see that whole experience. And honestly, I'm excited. to get there, do some more video content, put it out to all the Warfighter smokers out there too, to kind of get that insight. It's I tried to do a little bit of research leading up to that to kind of see what other companies and stuff are putting out. And it's all good insight, but I feel like
it's the same
thing. So we try to put our little Warfighter spin on it. And I think we did a decent job round 1. like first trip, I think we did a decent job. I think round 2 though is going to be having all that experience from the first round is going to help round 2 to get more information out to all you guys.
Yeah, and you'd already checked your basic boxes with run number 1.
Yes,
you got the stuff, and now you know what you missed, and you know the stuff that you want to get. You know the stuff that you missed that doesn't necessarily need to be there.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So,
and if you haven't seen any of that content, you can go to our if you're already on it, our Warfighter Tobacco YouTube channel, and a lot of that stuff. It's in a lot of the shorts, but we cover like we show like how the dumpster fire cigars is made, and rolling tables and drying barn and tobacco fields, all that good stuff. So
you get to watch my dumbass roll a cigar.
Yeah, that is a humbling experience if you've never rolled a cigar.
Yeah. Speaking of Nicaragua,
we had
a little bit of good news roll through yesterday.
Things are looking up.
Half Wheel has published an article that the government has finally announced it's not termination. That's not a bad word. We'll have to sort that one out on the backside.
Yeah.
Maybe nip that up. But they settled on the potential tariffs coming down the line.
Yes.
For Nicaraguan products.
Mm-hmm.
And it is an 18% or a 15% tariff.
Yes.
On some of the Nicaraguan goods.
Mm-hmm.
But the good news is cigars may not actually be hit by that.
Yes.
The way our cigars are manufactured, they are technically covered under the CAFTA-DR agreement, which is basically the Central American Free Trade Agreement, including the DR Dominican Republic.
Yes.
And it's the Central American version of the NAFTA agreement. Our products fall under those protections.
Mm-hmm.
So we might actually skate with just the tariffs that are currently implemented.
Yeah.
Which is good, because our assholes were puckered a little bit there for a while, because the government had floated up to a 100% tariff, which would have been disastrous for the cigar industry.
Yep.
I mean, and I think, the amount of cigars that come out of Central America, the hand rolled fine cigars that come out of Central America, having a 100% potential tariff, that would have been extremely painful. We would have pivoted and done what we always do and figured out a way to make it work. But God, that would have sucked.
Yeah. I mean, but like all the way down to the end user, like it really sucks when your favorite $10, $15 stick is now 30, 40, 50. Like it's just going to keep going up. So, and there's already those sticks out there. It sucks when the ones that you can be like, I'm not having to spend too much money on these.
I mean, we saw that when the talk of the tariffs first came through. There were companies that were instant adopters, and they're like, they're suggesting 35, so 35 is the percentage that we increased.
Yep.
And it's like, guys, like, we still have 3 weeks before they've come to their deadline that they told us it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing is, we're a consumer industry. We're a consumer-driven industry.
Yes.
Consumers pay attention to that shit.
They do. They do, man.
Like,
especially,
if you're company A and you hear about a potential 40% tariff come down, so you just jack your prices 40% and pass that along to the consumer, because no company is going to eat all of that.
No. I mean, that they can't stay in business if they do.
No.
Like it's hard. But we did see a lot of it when there was just the talk of the tariffs. It felt like every time I logged in I popped up Half Wheel. It was companies going up.
Yeah.
And we were very adamant of like, when we find out exactly what it is, we'll adjust from there. And
not only that, like when we did finally adjust our prices, it was because the shipment of product that we got in was finally tariffed.
Yep.
And that was when we adjusted our prices.
Mm-hmm. That we quite literally waited until we absolutely had to.
Yeah.
And I mean, but we had all the information at that point.
Let's face it. We are in this business to make money.
Mm-hmm.
We are not in this business to do cash grabs.
No.
California.
Yeah.
looking at you.
Yeah.
With your UTL bullshit.
Yeah. We
anyway.
And on that note, we have to everybody that placed orders out in California, we hope they last you as long as possible. We did see a healthy influx of orders. Which
we saw a handful come through, which is, I mean,
it's cool knowing that warfighters are going behind enemy lines, man.
Like, it is.
I hope y'all enjoy as much as possible, but
and yeah, I mean, I have a theory on how that's going to play out in the long run.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to advertise it.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's dumb.
Yeah.
Like
it is a bribe,
and John and I talked about it on the last podcast. I kind of understand where they're coming from, but their execution was definitely flawed.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. And it's unfortunately one of those where in the business, it's like, we won't go through that pain. Someone else will. Someone else will. They'll go through the approval process and everything. And it's like, it doesn't make sense for us.
No,
it truly doesn't. And so,
no.
I hope that the warfighters that made it over there in time. What really bums me out too is I know there's going to be guys that are stationed somewhere, military guys, and then they're going to get stationed in California and be like, shit, like I can't get my warfighters now, and that's a fucking bummer. So hopefully they stock up before the move. But yeah.
I mean, if you get TDY to somewhere, it's not one of those where you get orders cut on Monday and Tuesday you're leaving.
Yeah.
Because they can't do that to you. It's like
Yep.
I mean,
well, I'm curious.
Some can.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like we've made it well known through social media posts and email and the whole nine that we will no longer be shipping, whether retailer or direct to consumer in California. I'm curious how much that's hit the entire rest of the industry, even the very casual cigar smoker that might be like, no, I smoke Warfighters because I know I like them and that's just my go-to brand. Those guys, that's kind of like the big thing is like, if they're in that situation, we want them to know like, hey, you can't get them there. We don't want it to be a big shock, but we have gotten the messages and everybody saying they're stocking up, which is very awesome. But yeah.
Yep. And we saw a few messages of people. Oh, it's a good thing I'm moving in 2 months.
Yep.
It sucks because I've been to California. California's a beautiful state.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. It's just the leadership is garbage.
It's one of those, like when I see people, like I have some buddies that growing up also went into the media side of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're over there shooting commercials and stuff like that on the film side of it. And it's like, that makes sense. It is, while there are companies like that are going into like Georgia and stuff is another big film state and everything. California is still the hub. That is where
it is. Films
and movies either originate or a lot of them are shot there.
Well, no one ever grew up going, I want to go to be in the movies in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm going to go to Hollywood and be a film star.
100%. 100%. And in that aspect, I get it. Like that makes sense. I think because I am born and I say mostly raised in Texas, I've had access and like knowledge to all these freedoms, like every firearms, now tobacco, like all that. It's like taxes, like all that is. It is like I couldn't imagine going from Texas to California. Yeah, out of just the like I'm going from I'm sure there's other decisions that make sense to some people, but me personally, I'm like it's so crazy to me. Yeah, but at the same time, if that's all someone knows, I can totally understand that decision also. That
goes back to the comment, everything I love is illegal.
Yeah.
In California.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, I enjoy guns and cigars.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much all of my guns are illegal in the state of California.
That is true.
Is true. To see shit like that,
I think it's the idea of like, because like you can get a gun in California. But it's not the same guns that we have.
No.
And I can understand that like you have to have that level of education to go through that process out there. but it would just suck having the access to everything now. Like I have access to a 30-round magazine. Yeah. It's nice when we're going and sitting in a blind and I'm like, all right, I'm good if a bunch of hogs come out.
You mean you have a problem with the state handing you a list of handguns that you can buy?
Yeah, dude. Like that's
an instant no for me.
So just from the sheer like enjoyment side of it. Like we recently, John and Dave recently walked me through building my first firearm, my first AR-10.
Yeah.
AR platform in general. It's the first gun I've ever built. And it was really cool. Like it was cool getting to see the whole process and like going from a bunch of parts on a table to one finished product.
And I will add to one thing because I know somebody is going to fucking do it. We assembled parts.
Oh, yeah.
Because some jackass is going to be like, "Oh, you didn't build a gun.
Yeah.
You assembled parts." Yes, we assembled parts. Fuck you.
Yeah. If you're going to leave that comment, thanks for the engagement. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
But
every time you comment, it helps us.
Yep. But like that was really cool.
Well, and it was a lot of fun too, because, you know, and I mean, you heard it from me a couple of times. Like I'm so used to doing that process in my head that having to actually talk to somebody as they do it.
Yeah.
I was, missed that. Got to back up one, you know, before we do that.
Yes. Which we did film it. We set up some cameras, and ironically, I was in front of the camera. John was on one of the cameras. So I'll put together something. It was very impromptu. We figured, fuck it, we have everything.
That's fucking arts and crafts day. Like
exactly. I mean, and it was work because we were smoking cigars while we were doing it.
Yeah.
But that'll come out eventually.
Well, John and I were smoking cigars.
That is,
you let one go out like four times.
Yep, I sure did. I kept trying multiple times. I pick it up and be like, shit, take a couple puffs, nothing. Be like, fuck. But
this might be one of the first times that you've smoked a Toro to completion.
100. Yeah. I can't remember the last time I smoked a cigar without having to relight it. And there's a chance I'm going to talk too much and have to relight it, but not due to being distracted. It is hard though. It's hard because I'd say about 50, 60% of my job has me sitting at a desk, typing on a computer, moving a mouse, like a lot of the design stuff, emails, photography, stuff like that. And then even when I'm away from my desk, if I'm getting pictures and stuff, luckily smoke isn't bad when you're taking pictures of cigars. It kind of fits, but it's hard to operate a camera
with a cigar.
Yeah. Like I've done it. It's fucking hard. Like half the time I'm ashing on my fingers or on the camera and all that stuff. So it's just it's hard for me to find time to be like, nope, this is something I can do while smoking a cigar and actually enjoy it. So I was stoked to do this, which is always fun. But that, and my other favorite time to smoke a cigar, I think we talked about it on the show, is while I'm driving. And unfortunately, half the time I have a baby in the car with me. So that's typically frowned upon.
Well, just grab some Minutemen. Yeah. And smoke them on the way into work.
That's what I need to start doing. Yeah. Especially with the weather right now. Here in Texas, it is currently 70 degrees. Yeah. So it's like perfect cruising, smoking weather.
Granted, it was 42 degrees when I took the dog for a walk this morning at 6 o'clock. So
that's Texas, man. You're gonna start off with fucking wearing all your base layer and shit, and then by noon you're stripping down to your t-shirt. Oh no,
I wore a hoodie when I took her for a walk this morning. Like it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
It really wasn't bad. The other morning when it was 36 degrees when I took her for a walk. I wasn't keen on that.
That's a little chilly. Yep.
I mean, I moved to Texas to get away from the cold. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Which honestly down here, I can absolutely accept 2 to 3 weeks of cold in the morning.
And for the most part, like 9 to 5, it's usually it's at most t-shirt and jeans.
Oh, absolutely.
It's before 9, after 5, then it dips down a little chilly. But
yeah.
No.
Yeah, we were standing next to the pool last night smoking a cigar like 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was comfortable out.
Yep.
You know, I mean, sun went down, it got chilly, but that's what happens when the main source of heat goes away.
We actually we had a comment on, I believe it was YouTube. I believe it was Alaskan Fireman. He smoked a night shift in negative 36 degrees, which I'm issuing the challenge for him. If you have smoked a Warfighter cigar in colder than -36. I want that comment. I want to know. Let me know if you've the coldest temperature you've just cigar, I should say. Like that's because that is true love of the game, smoking at -36.
Yeah.
Like I respect it, but that was cool. We also had another comment that I figured we can cover. We had a guy leave a comment saying that he's been getting cigars recently and he's been having draw issues as far as too tight of a draw. How do you go about fixing too tight of a draw on your cigar?
Honestly, I make the decision when I realize that if it's too tight, I make the decision of whether or not I'm going to smoke it, or I fall back on my standard, which is life is too short for a bad cigar, and a tight draw on a cigar makes it a bad cigar.
Oh, fair enough.
So I put it down and I light another one.
Yeah.
If it was one of ours, I apologize.
I believe the comment said he was getting them out of Austin. He didn't say if it was specifically Warfighter or just cigars in general.
So, I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, if you're smoking a hand-rolled cigar, it is a hand-rolled cigar.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not very often, but sometimes you get a cigar that is a little too tight.
Yeah.
All of our cigars go through a draw test, but that is not to say
But you can see footage of that. Sorry.
Yeah. That's not to say that when it goes through that draw test, it passes that draw test. And as the cigar ages and absorbs a little bit more humidity, it gets tighter.
Yes. Yep.
It can happen.
Absolutely.
I've had a tight draw on a Warfighter before. It happens. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's a hand-rolled product. So, yeah.
I know me personally, half the time most of the time I'm a V-cut guy. V-cut purely, I will say purely for the simplicity of it. It is damn near impossible to fuck up.
Yeah. It's so done.
I usually, if it's a little bit tighter than I like, I'll usually go from just a single V-cut to I'll double up and do the crown cut. I'll double that up. And then Jon showed me the cross cut. Yeah. There we go. Jon showed me the trick of like, if you give it a little bit of a squeeze, sometimes it'll loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Just enough to where if it's just enough for you to like notice and you're like, let me loosen this up a little bit. Sometimes that does the trick. But
I mean, at the end of the day, if you really want to,
that is true.
You can use a draw tool. You can use a poker. I don't remember the last time I used a draw tool.
I don't think I ever have. I've never used a draw tool as a draw tool. I've used it as a poker.
For other things.
Yes. I've used it as a poker to finish off a cigar I was really enjoying.
Yeah.
Never really as a draw tool. But I'm one of those that like once I light a cigar, I'm kind of like, I'm going to fucking power through.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
Well, I mean, that's.
But to caveat a little bit off of that, one of the things I absolutely love about cigars is it is art in the way that like it is beauty in the eye of the beholder. A cigar that I think is phenomenal. You can think, I don't like that. That is a bad cigar, but it's all based on our own opinions, flavor profiles, the whole nine. Well,
so as far as that goes, using those parameters, I have no bad cigars.
Well, that is fair.
I have cigars that I will not smoke again.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Because I don't ever want to call a cigar a bad cigar. If I have a bad cigar, it's because it's a construction issue.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have cigars that I have gotten halfway through and will put down because it's not a cigar for me.
Yeah. Whatever that may be.
Yeah. And I, people, when I was on the road, people would always ask me, they're like, and they'll be like, well, give me a name. I'm like, no. You know why? Because I don't talk bad about other brands.
Absolutely. And
I don't.
Once again, it's all subjective.
It is.
It's also down to like the one thing that is kind of a constant is the body of a cigar, mild, medium, full body. Yeah. And even that can be kind of subjective. Like you, Jon Scott, guys that have been smoking much longer than I have.
Yeah.
what could be a medium bodied cigar to y'all, because y'all have built up a palate and like essentially a tolerance to it. What is a medium could be a bold cigar to me, as someone who doesn't have as much time in the game, you know? And so even that's a little bit subjective, but it's never been, honestly, half the time I ask like, what do you think about the cigar? And then I kind of compare it to what I get flavor wise, the whole nine. But but the tight draw is another one of those aspects of like, some people love a punch. Some people like throwing a punch in the cigar. My brother, he likes smoking Lanceros and using a punch for those. He doesn't like a guillotine or a V-cut, anything like that. He likes a punch on those.
Which is wild, because a Lancero is normally 38 to 40 ring gauge. And a punch, they almost don't make a punch small enough for a 38. Like the one that I'm holding in my hand has 3 different sizes.
Yes.
This is a Quasar. And it's got one basically for a 60, one for your 52 to 60. And then it's got one that's probably about a 34, 35 ring gauge.
Yep.
But yeah.
But that is one of the really cool things that I find about cigars. It is 100% case by case, user by user basis of what is enjoyed.
Oh, absolutely.
It's another reason that I love Scott's saying of my favorite cigar is the one I haven't had yet.
Yeah.
Like, it's every time we go anywhere for an event, or I'm just meeting up with somebody at a shop, like I always look forward to just finding something I haven't had.
Yeah.
Even if it's something I haven't even heard of, I'm like, fuck, even better. Like, I'm just going to go, I'm going to grab it, I'm going to smoke it, I'm going to see what I think.
Well, that's why, you know, when I used to go out on sales calls, I would smoke something else.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of retailers ask me, they're like, you're not going to smoke one of yours? Like, I can smoke 100%. One of mine anytime I want.
We got a few back there.
Yeah. and that's what I told them. I was like, the humidor is quite literally 40 yards.
Yeah.
By walk.
Yeah.
Like, and that's being overly generous.
That's true. That's to the back of the humidor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I have tons of cigars. You know, I've got probably 250, 300 cigars in my smoking humidor at home. And 30 or 40 of them might be Warfighters.
Yeah.
You know, it's everything else.
100%.
There are brands that will always have a spot in my humidor.
Yeah. 100%.
And those brand reps that I personally know also know that.
Yeah. That just comes with the job, I feel like. You build those relationships with people that are involved in different brands, and you're like, I like you and I like the cigars you make, so fucking 1 + 1 does equal 2.
Yeah. Well, and it's not even that. Like, anybody that's spent any amount of time in the industry will understand that it's very incestuous.
Yeah.
From a purely job hopping standpoint.
Yeah.
Is a lot of reps have worked or will work for multiple brands throughout the course of their time. And it's because once you're in the industry, it's just easy. You know, when you kind of glass ceiling yourself with a particular brand, you move to another brand and you continue your upward struggle.
Yeah. Which I guess you could kind of say is in other industries also.
That's very true.
Yeah. Which makes sense. Like,
you know, if you're a car builder, then you're going to work for, you know, you're going to start at Renown. You're going to be, you know, putting body panels on, you're going to be changing wheels and tires, you know, and then you might get a chance to learn how to paint.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to learn how to do the body work first. You're going to do the finish work. You know, this is all shit that I did. You know, ultimate culmination of that is working for a guy like Chip Foose.
Yeah.
You know, and the cigar industry is the same. There are pinnacle brands who are kind of that ultimate goal for Johnny Rep on the road.
Yeah.
So
what do you miss about being on the road, doing more of the sales rep stuff?
The events.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the running joke for me was I really enjoyed doing what I did when I got where I was going.
Yeah. I am very, I'm that way with all the stuff that I do too.
You know, I've seen one end of Texas to the other through the windshield of the vehicle. And what I did when I got where I was going was always the most fun. Mm-hmm. You know, some people are like, I live for the drive. I don't.
Yeah. I could see it taking the,
I didn't mind driving. Yeah. And that's the thing is I came into it not minding driving. Yeah. You know, but I think I figured it up. I ran something like 50,000 miles a year for 2.5 years. Yeah. And that was just in the state of Texas. Yeah. You know, plus a couple of trips up to Nebraska to the Midwest. Yeah. You know, did the Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas thing.
Hit the home team.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Do you remember your first event that you did as a warfighter rep?
Yeah, we were, well, as a rep, no. Oh. As a warfighter employee, yeah, I do. Yeah. That was the Vegas Bike Week in 2017.
Yeah. Is that kind of baptism by fire?
Well,
that's pretty large, right?
So I had gotten, well, they say they eliminated my position. They fired me from another company. Mm-hmm. And I was washing dishes for my buddy at his restaurant. Yeah. And my phone rings and it was Scott. And I was like, and I missed the call. Yeah. Because I was fucking
hands wet.
Elbow deep in water, man. Yep. So I finished up what I was doing, called him back real quick. And he's like, hey, we're going out to Vegas for Bike Week. We're going to set up out there and be an exhibitor and sell cigars and whatnot. And he's like, I need a spare set of hands and someone that knows the brand. And he's like, you've kind of been there since day one. He's like, we bring you out here. You want to do that? And I was like, maybe. Let me, you know,
that's fine.
I was like, I gotta ask the guy who's employing me full time if I can duck for a couple of days, you know, because it was over a weekend. So I was like, you know, I was gonna lose the Friday and the travel day on the Monday. Yep. So he's like, yeah, man. No, he's like, we can cover down. He's like, I got enough people. We can make that work.
There you go.
Go for it. So yeah, flew to Vegas, did Vegas Bike Week out there and made it happen. But that was the first paid, unpaid, paid tape thing, you know, that I did for Warfighter as a travel. I think maybe, let's see, I got down here in October of 2020. That was at the height of COVID. Mm. So I want to say the first event I did, I think as an actual rep might've been NFG.
Really?
In 21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was, you want to talk about a baptism by fire there.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
I'd spent 3-4 months calling and talking to people either via phone or email. Yeah. But yeah, I want to say that might have been the first actual event that I did with Warfighter. Yeah. As a rep.
That was I remember my first NFG experience, and it was really cool because y'all had been doing NFG at that point. I think this was like year 4 or 5 or something like that.
3 or 4.
3 or 4. Yeah. And so like
they were down here in 19, I think.
Yeah. And so it was cool to kind of get introduced to everybody and just kind of see. And I'd heard so much about how the guys would talk about like NFG is like its own style of event.
Oh, that thing is its own animal.
Which I was so excited to kind of experience. And it's kind of cool on our side because we show up with a limited edition, just sold at NFG. Yeah. So like the sale part of it, anybody there wants it. Like they're coming into it like, I want it. So they're just asking a few details and stuff, and we give them the details and stuff. And
so the rules for NFG is you either do a cigar specifically for NFG, mm-hmm. or you release a cigar at NFG. Yep. So there are companies that, you know, would launch a new blend at NFG. Mm-hmm. We always did a one-off. Yeah.
That's where the crayons came from.
Yeah. Yep.
The Los Piranhas.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actual name of it because
that's because it was like 87 words long.
We did that on purpose and it worked.
Yeah, but they're all everything that we did was all limited edition stuff.
Yeah.
And there are people that to this day still ask if they can get the crayons. And I'm like, we don't have any. Like we found like 25 5-packs tucked in the corner of the humidor and we sold them. And I think they lasted 3 days.
Yes. On
the website.
Yep.
And it was just like, we were just cleaning the fucking humidor and we found them. And we were just, what? They don't need to be just sitting here.
That's true. I remember part of my first NFG experience was really cool is I got to meet so many people and there were, the crayons were like V1 crayons were such a big hit. I remember people asking about even then, and someone was saying something and they're like, did you ever smoke one? I was like, no, I remember we talked about them on the other podcast, but
because the V1s were before you.
Yeah.
Like the V1s were before I moved to Texas.
Yes. Well, I think it was shortly did them like after we started Freedom Friends in the very, very early days of Freedom Friends. And they talked about them on there, but I never smoked one. And one of the guys was like, come here, and like pulled out his humidor and pulled out like one of the OG V1 crayons and was like, enjoy that. And I was like, that's like, it was so cool as one of my first real experiences, like at a cigar event that was cigar smokers. Cause my first event I did with John out at the Chive in support of Jason Murph with Girl Your Ass Off. He does his big event and we went out there and sold cigars there, but it was like, it wasn't a cigar event. We were just the cigar vendor. And so it was people that were like, oh yeah, I'll try some stuff. But that one it was just cool seeing that, like, that dude had known me for all of 15 minutes. It was just like, I want you to have this experience that I had, and gave me a cigar that will never be again. And he was willing to give it. I was like, that's so fucking cool. Like, I was like, I wish I had something that I was so new, but that was really cool. NFG is a really, really cool experience.
Well, yeah, because at that point you'd been smoking cigars for like 6 months.
Yeah,
if
truly, like 6 months. Because I used to grab like a Minuteman when we'd record Freedom Friends, and I'd smoke half of it. It was the same. It was when I was trying to run the podcast and smoke at the same time. So I wasn't getting flavor notes. I wasn't. Yeah. I didn't know any.
Well, and you were so new at the time. Your palate hadn't even developed yet.
Yeah, like, I was still.
I remember when you first started working with us, like full time.
Yep.
And your wife would leave fresh clothes in the garage and make you change before you came in the house.
Yeah, dude. I would get home and she'd be like, you need to change clothes. My wife who is very supportive in everything that I do. She just doesn't like the smell.
Yeah.
She doesn't like on whenever we record Warfighter podcast, Freedom Friends, either one.
Yeah.
We'd sit in a room with at minimum 4 dudes smoking.
Yeah.
And we have air purifiers and like the whole nine. It doesn't matter. You're still going to leave smelling like cigar smoke.
Yep.
And she is like, it is known on Tuesdays, I come home, I give her a kiss, I give the baby a kiss, and I go change. At the minimum, I change clothes. Like which is fair. I can't fault her for just not liking the smell. But
then she's also come in here for lunch several times.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we may not ever get her to actually smoke a cigar.
Probably
we'll bring her around.
That is true.
We'll bring her around.
Yeah. I actually I need to smoke a cigar with my mom, it was funny. A few months ago, one day I'm sitting at my desk at work and my mom texts me a picture and it's 2 Warfighter whiskey glasses.
Yeah.
I had no fucking clue that she placed the order, and she was like, my order came in the mail. And I was like, I immediately call her and I'm like, what? And she's like, I want to try whiskeys. Like, she's like, I hear a lot about them. And I was just like, let's do it. Like, I think we talked about, I'm not a big liquor person. I can sip whiskey, but I was like, let's do it. And I was like, I jokingly was like,
well, but that's the thing. Mm-hmm. That's the thing right there.
Yeah.
You sip.
I do. Yeah. I can,
but when you buy a good whiskey, you don't drink a whiskey.
Yeah.
You sip and enjoy a good whiskey.
Yes. I don't do shots, period.
Like, I mean, I haven't drank in almost 13 years now.
That is true.
And I still understand. Like, with good whiskey, good bourbons. You don't drink them.
Yes.
You enjoy them.
Absolutely. The last at NFG is when I learned like, oh, I can sip whiskey, because we were the last NFG that we went to. We were all sitting around and someone broke out I think it was a bottle of Eagle Rare, and
it was.
I think someone jokingly was like, "Justin, you want a glass?" And I was like, "Fuck it." And they're like, "Oh shit!" Fucking poured me a glass, and I was sipping on it, and I was like, "Oh okay, like I dig this." Like, but when my mom had sent me that, I jokingly was like, I know some cigars that'll pair well with whiskey. And she was like, let's try them. And I was like, holy shit. Like my mom is not I would expect you to smoke a cigar, but she was like, I'll give it a try. And I was like, oh yeah, hey, let's do it.
Well, and that's one of the things, like the female element of the cigar culture is underestimated more often than not.
Yes.
Like you've been at 4.9s.
Yep.
You've seen the amount of ladies that come and smoke cigars.
Absolutely.
You know, I think it's one of those, cigar smoking has kind of morphed into that, like that drinking in the 80s where it really wasn't like, I'll do it, but I don't want other people to see me do it. You know? It's very strange.
Or it's the opposite. Or it's someone that is like, wants you to know, hey, I'm smoking.
It's the guys that walk down the street with the 660 hanging out of their mouth.
Yeah.
You know, they're just like, oh, you got a fucking problem with it? You know, I'm in public.
Yep.
You know, well, cool. You know, you don't have to be a dick.
Just do you.
Yeah.
Just do you.
Yeah. It's entertaining to watch those people though. Cause like like me personally, when I go to a lounge, if I'm at a lounge solo,
my ears are hurting me. Sorry. My head's digging into my head.
Yeah. No, if I'm at a lounge solo, it's to just fucking chill.
Yes.
Like
absolutely.
I want to just relax, enjoy the cigar and go from there.
100%.
Like if I go with John and everybody else, different story. I'm there to hang out, bullshit, you know, so on and so forth. My problem is my hearing is just fucked enough that if there's a lot of conversations going on around me, I can't track the conversation I need to pay attention to. Yeah. Which is also why I like just going and, you know, I'm the dude that like looks around when he walks in, like, oh, there's a spot in the corner. Fuck yeah. Yeah. You know, it's not because I don't want to talk to anybody. It's because there's 27 other people in there and there's 17 conversations happening. Yeah. And my brain just can't track it all with, just, you know, my, you know, I want to focus in on that conversation, but that's the one I need to pay attention to. And, you know,
you hear something from another conversation. Oh yeah. Like, oh, interesting. And then you're like, oh shit, I've been paying attention to the person I'm face to face with. I'm guilty of that too.
So,
but no, a good cigar lounge like vibe is it's so hard to beat.
It is
like just hanging out, everybody doing the same thing, and then just like just doing it together is it's a damn good time, especially when it's in a good lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I wouldn't even say like second, third. I would say like the second half mellows out as far as the pepper and spice. Yeah. But it's still a phenomenal. It's like just enough to where I'm like my brain's like, oh, I'm a little tired of the pepper and spice. And then it mellows out and I'm like, oh, it's like you read my mind. You did exactly what I wanted you to. So that was, I'm still thoroughly enjoying it.
I'm right in the middle of this one. There's like, it's leather and spice is what I get. And I can't really put anything else to it. Yeah. But I know what's in that cigar, and that's why I understand that it is where it is. Yep. But it's very good. It's very good.
Look at us blending decent cigars.
Well, the thing is though, like, I mean, you've been with Warfighter for 4 years now.
I think so. Yeah. Long enough to lose track.
Yeah, because you came in a year after I did.
Yes. Yep. 21.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was November of 21, right?
I believe so.
So happy anniversary, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
But that's 4 years of smoking cigars.
Yeah.
You know, even if it is just occasionally, you understand by now the wrappers, and fillers, and binders that you enjoy.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that's a difference between coming in, you know, and having smoked cigars for a year and be like, yeah, I kind of like these.
Yeah.
Versus, okay, I like Sumatra.
Yes.
I like Rosado. I like Nicaraguan fillers and binders.
Yes.
You know,
I ironically, so when I first started, I borderline aggressively smoked Warfighter.
You did.
To build up my knowledge and flavor profile, because I've talked about what's cool about working at a smaller company is you don't have just one job. Like if Dave's out doing orders or something and someone needs to man the front and someone walks in, whoever gets there first kind of does it. And and so I realized people would.
That's why your office is in the back now.
That is true. that is true. But people come in and they, oh, what's this one? What's this one? What's the, like, they ask questions. And so I wanted to build up my knowledge as quickly as possible to be able to answer those questions, because I should be able to. And
yeah, but you were smoking like 2 or 3 a day.
I was smoking 2 or 3 a day. Half the time it'd be the same one, just to be like I'd smoke 2 shades and be like, okay, no, like I did get that flavor note. I'm getting this, I'm getting that. And I would build that knowledge. And then it was cool before my daughter was born. A few evenings a week, I'd go home, I'd pull a cigar. When also another thing that happened when I first started is all the guys put a baggie together with like 20 to 30 cigars that were not Warfighter. And we're like, some of these are good. Some of these I don't personally like, but you need to smoke the ones that you may not like just as much as you need to smoke the ones that you will like. So you can learn that difference.
And 4 years later, you still have some left.
I do. I sure do. But what was cool is I would go into my humidor and I'd just pick one. I'd grab one, had no, I wouldn't really even look at it. I'd kind of roughly be like that area, and I'd grab a cigar and I'd go in the back, cut it, light it, and then I'd pull up that cigar online and find out what wrapper it has, what binder, filler, the whole 9. And then I would gauge that off of like, okay, I'd make little notes and kind of still continue to build my knowledge. I need to get back to that. Yeah. Just to kind of keep it fresh. Unfortunately, with a 1-year-old, it's hard to find time to go sit in the backyard for an hour.
You know, and honestly, that's the thing though. It's like, you can do that here.
Yes.
You know, smoke your cigar here.
Yeah.
When you're at home, be home, man.
Oh yeah. Well, it was cool because it was work, but wasn't, you know, like it was kind of one of those like,
you know, that's the one thing that all of us have said at one point or another is when you clock out, clock the fuck out, man.
Yeah.
You know,
that is true.
Leave work at work.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Because that balance is also vastly underestimated nowadays.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the things that's beautiful about cigars and cigar lounges.
Yeah.
Is the lounge is an escape.
Yes.
It's a complete separation from both work and home.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter what you're dealing with. You walk in the door of that lounge, you're just there for the cigar.
Yeah.
You're there for the cigar. You're there for your buddies.
They're with a purpose.
You know? Exactly.
Yeah.
And just,
100%.
So yeah, there's definitely something to be said for that benefit, you know. And I have people that, you know, because you come in here, I'll ask if you want to copy the receipt.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because people will tell me like, oh, I can't deduct it. I'm like, really? It's health and wellness. It's mental well-being.
Excuse me while I pull this ash off of my shirt.
Best place to ash.
In the lap. Boom. But yeah, I need to get back to just picking a random cigar. It was fun too.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like a little bit of a gamble. Like, am I gonna like this one?
Yeah.
And I always, for a little bit there, I'd pick the cigar at random and I'd start looking it up before. And I realized I was like, I shouldn't do that.
No.
Because I might see like a wrapper that in the past I've been like,
that you haven't cared for.
I don't like that.
Yep.
Or I do like that. But
yeah,
combined with those binder and filler, it throws it off. And it's like it was cool just kind of getting like the first third in and then being like, all right, what am I smoking?
Yep.
Like it was cool. I know I like the idea. We've tossed it around before. Eventually we'll get around to doing it, but doing like the note cards essentially. I can't remember what are they called. Where like when you smoke a cigar, you put your tasting notes down.
Oh yeah,
cigar
journals.
Yeah, something like that would just be cool. Like doing like a Warfighter themed one. Because it is like sitting down deliberately to smoke a cigar is a totally different experience than smoking a cigar while you're doing quite literally anything else.
Yeah,
sitting down for the sole purpose of I'm going to really dissect what I'm intaking here is really cool.
Yeah,
and
I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
With COVID round 2.
Yeah. Took away a lot.
Well, it's there and it's not, which is kind of, it's tough to explain, but I have like 50 to 75%.
Yeah.
So like when I get a flavor profile off of a cigar, and that's the thing, like, you know, if you've been around long enough to make it to episode, which is 102, which is what this one is, you know, we'll talk about flavor profiles and we'll talk about tasting notes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That is 100% subjective.
Yes.
Yes. Just because I get leather and spice off of this cigar does not mean that you will.
Absolutely. You could get woodsy and whatever else.
What you're eating and what you're drinking before you're smoking or while you're smoking will change that flavor profile because it prefaces your palate.
Yep.
So like the tasting notes that are published on our website for each of the blends, it's because the 4 of us sat down first thing in the morning with clean palates.
Yep.
And we smoked a cigar, and that's just the consensus.
Yep. And we tried to keep them relatively vague because what's on our blend cards and on the product description on our website is not like we jotted down a lot. And then it was kind of like all right, what did 3 out of the 4 of us get?
Yeah. Do you agree with this? Is this, you know,
do you get a little bit of this? And even that's hard because it's really easy for me to go, I get pepper and spice. And then you go, oh yeah, I think I do get that. But because it's been put in your head, you're like, did I get that? Or is it just like, it just feels right. So
yeah, I mean, one of my favorite things to do is the Oscuro Maduro, the 50 Garrison, with a chocolate shake.
Ooh, I need to try that
because it doubles up.
Yeah,
you know, our Oscuro is a traditional full body Maduro, so you're gonna get your standard expectation of flavor profiles. You know, your oaks, bourbons, and your chocolate notes.
Yep.
So when you double it up with a chocolate shake, like first time I did it, it blew my fucking mind. Like so much so that I was in Nebraska and I called Jon and I was like, I don't know if you've done this, but I am doing it right now.
Yeah.
And it's fucking amazing.
Hell yeah.
You know, and I think he was in Texas at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to give that a try. That sounds
so.
I'm also a sucker for a good chocolate milkshake. So.
All right.
Sounds like a win-win.
You know what? And this is going to blow your mind even more. That chocolate shake that I was having with it.
Yeah.
I got it from Burger King.
Fuck. Wow. That's saying something too.
You know,
damn.
But it just worked.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. What's your go-to pairing?
Oh man.
Any cigar, any food. Like what's in your experience? What's your like? I know I can smoke this and eat this, and it's gonna go well together.
So I tend not to smoke and eat.
That's fair. That's fair.
As far as drinks,
yeah, hit me with a drink.
Honestly, Dr. Pepper,
dude. I've always dug Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
and then the fact that cigars in general just go well with Dr. Pepper is
it's because of the plethora of flavors that are in a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
like at any given time, you can drink two different you can have two different Dr. Peppers, and they're coming out of the same fucking can.
Yep.
You know, and you know where I first got to see how the interaction of what you drink changing the flavor profile was Jon we were sitting at Cigars in downtown Lincoln, Nebraska, 8th and Q.
Yep.
Who is, they're actually now under new ownership, if memory serves. But we went down there one night for a cigar, and he was drinking, I think he was drinking whiskey. He had a whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been a Jameson.
Sounds like John.
But they had killed the bottle.
Nice.
And they didn't have a backup. It was the last bottle they had on hand or something like that. And they had some Florida Cognac rum.
Ooh.
So he got a pour of rum, but he was halfway through a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the rum and he took a drink and he was just like, he did John's weird little like head tilt thing.
Yep.
And he looked at it and he took another drink and he took a drag and he took a drink and he took a drag and he's like, that cigar completely changed.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
What you drink with the cigar,
Mm-hmm.
be it alcohol or not.
Yep. Anything really flavored
will change the flavor profile.
Yeah.
So
which can be a fun game.
It really is, because you could have two cigars that are the exact same cigar. You drink something different with each one and it'll change.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. Yeah, it's a fun game. If you have a cigar that you really enjoy, go pour yourself a little bit of something, a few somethings.
Yeah.
Pair them up. See if you like them.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know we're rehashing a lot of different things, but this is also like you and I don't get the opportunity to sit down and bullshit.
That is true.
Over cigars in the industry and stuff like that. Because, you know, you handle everything visual for Warfighter Tobacco. Every piece of content that comes out, including face swapping my ugly ass mug onto Bill Lumberg.
Sometimes it's more fun than,
you know, so you don't get the opportunity sometimes to have conversations about the backside of the industry. You've seen some from going to events and going to the factory, seeing, you know, and that's the thing. Like, if you have an opportunity to do a factory tour, do a factory tour.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because it changes your perception of the cigar.
Yeah.
Like, no less than 200 pairs of hands have touched every piece of tobacco that has gone into this cigar.
Yep. And the amount of time that all the pieces that are in that cigar.
Yeah.
From when the seed was put into the ground to when it was lit on fire.
Yep.
That can vary drastically. The methods behind it can vary drastically. Like, it's the science behind cigars is so cool. If nothing else, when we left Nicaragua, I went there with a healthy respect for cigars and how they're produced and everything, from the knowledge that I had from just word of mouth. Leaving Nicaragua, I left with so much more respect because I see the amount of effort and diligence that goes into every single cigar.
The fact that you can go buy this for $13 or $14 at your cigar shop and light it on fire.
Yes.
You should be spending $25 or $35 for these things.
It's insane. I can't imagine if any of our listeners can think of another industry where that much care and effort go into a product and it comes out with a $10 to $15 price tag attached to it. Like, it's mind blowing. It's crazy, but it's what makes them unique.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, well, I don't even know how long we've been at this.
I think right about an hour. I think we filled time pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, it's, pretty close to that. So we should probably wrap this up because we're even beyond what we normally do.
That is true.
The beautiful thing is you'll be able to cut some stuff out that doesn't need to be there.
I feel like it was all good conversation.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
That's fair.
I enjoyed
That's fair.
But yeah, so if you guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Let us know down below. I know this is most of the time either John or Scott is in one of the chairs, and we just completely threw a wrench in that. So
yeah, it's been a little bit of a departure. We still talked some current events. We still talked some industry events. You know, so we're gonna do like, share, subscribes, all those goodness things.
Also,
we've got.
I just want to throw this out there. Also, if I've been trying to be better about saying it, if you want to stay up to date on everything Warfighter, go onto the website and sign up to be on our email list. That is the best way to stay up to date with everything going on at Warfighter. Sales, new products, all that good stuff. That's the best way to stay up to date.
I mean, the podcast gives you a lot of information, but the thing is it's not all of it.
Yeah.
And we don't spam you with emails.
Nope.
We might send
meat and potatoes.
We might send 2 out a month unless there's a sale or a new product come in.
Yeah. We send an email when there should be an email sent.
Yeah.
We're not going to just be like, hey, remember us?
Yeah. Yeah. There's not 5 or 6 emails in your inbox from us over the course of a 24-hour period.
That is true.
You know who you are.
Y'all have enough of those.
Yeah. Especially right now. Good God. I open my email.
That time of the year.
And I get 7 or 8 emails from a particular company over the course of a day.
Yep.
And 90% of the time it's the same shit.
Yep.
We don't do that.
Nope.
So
no. It's all the big stuff, redacted days, sales, new products, the whole line.
I'm subscribed to the email list and I get maybe 4 a month from us.
Yeah.
So
we just send them out when they're ready. Also, leave a comment if you've been to a Warfighter event at a lounge or wherever. Drop a comment. Let us know when and where that Warfighter event was. Be maybe a cool walk down memory lane for the boys.
Right.
But yeah,
we can tag some of those, see if we remember them, see if we don't.
That's true.
True. Yeah. So rehashing from point 1, we have our own Warfighter Tobacco podcast YouTube channel now.
Yes, we do.
We have our own Warfighter Tobacco Instagram now.
Yes.
These are still going to go up for the next 1 or 2 podcasts on the Warfighter Tobacco YouTube channel until we get the word out to everybody and we get the subscription over there.
Yep.
And then the Warfighter Tobacco YouTube will go back to being ridiculous videos of me quoting
Office Space.
Office Space. I really hope people don't start sending us flair. But if you do, we accept challenge coins and patches.
That is true. That is true.
So
that is true. But yeah, with that, go get outside and smoke. And, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely.